Also, if you want to know how tired I am today, I just went downstairs to get a glass of water because I was thirsty before I was going to film, and I started walking back upstairs and wondered, what did I go downstairs for? I had the glass, not the water. Hi everyone, my name is Jess, and today I'm going to be doing the Now We Rise book tag, which was originally created by Rebecca Goff on her book blog, and I basically took this idea from Katerina at Little Book Owl. I saw her video of it and I just thought it was a really interesting tag to do, and I absolutely loved the book that this is based off of. If you don't know, the Now We Rise book tag is based off of Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, which is a West African inspired fantasy novel about a girl who teams up with her brother and the princess of the kingdom that they are living in to bring magic back to the people after it's been gone for a long time, and that's the basic premise of it. So the Now We Rise book tag is basically just a bunch of questions about books and my opinions on them based on the clans in the Children of Blood and Bone book. So I'm just gonna get right into them because why the heck not? So the first question says, the Iku clan, Magi of Life and Death. What is a trope you would love to see die and one you would love to see live or flourish more often? And this is a pretty typical response from what I've seen from people answering these questions before, but I would love for Insta-love to die. I absolutely hate the idea of it. Insta-love is stupid and I hate it. But the trope that I would like to see live a long and happy life is long-term happy relationships, whether they are already established in a book at the start, which is parents having long-term happy relationships, or teenagers having long-term happy relationships in YA. I would love to see that. I would love to see relationships that have their ups and downs but ultimately still live, and there's not a lot of drama, just chill happy relationships, because they are more realistic to me than Insta-love. The second question says, the Emmy clan, Magi of Mind, Spirit and Dreams. What do you immediately connect with when it comes to a book? And the thing that first came into my mind when I read this question was humour. I absolutely love, especially in YA because it's mainly what I read, I love humour, especially relatable humour, not, you know, jokes that have taken so long for the writer to create in their mind that it's perfect and it's hilarious but it would never be said in real life. I love just stupid humour that teenagers would actually come out with. If your book can make me laugh or even chuckle or smile to myself while I'm reading it, I will fall in love with it so much more and I'll feel so much more connected to it. Third question says, the Omi clan, Magi of Water. If you could push a book on someone, what would you immediately recommend? And the first thing that came into my head when I heard this question was The Power by Naomi Alderman. If you don't know, The Power is a dystopian fiction based around the idea that in so many years in the future, an incident happens that changes the biology of women's bodies so that we gain this electricity power, and we can control electricity and currents, and it makes people hurt, it can kill people, and it can also make them do things by altering the chemistry in their brain, and it's very fascinating. Really great social commentary, and yeah, this is what I'd recommend. Please read The Power, it's so good. The fourth question is the Inner clan, Magi of Fire. If your house was on fire and you could only save one book, which would you save? I, without a doubt, no question about it, would save my signed copy of The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. It is my favourite book of all time and I got this for Christmas this year. It is a beautiful copy. Look at that, it's absolutely stunning, and it's signed. It's freaking signed. The next question says, the Afefe clan, sorry if I'm butchering any of these names, Magi of Air. What's a book that had you floating on air out of happiness? And this one didn't have me floating on air out of happiness, it was more floating on power, I was drunk on girl power and pride for these characters, which is a bit odd, but I genuinely was happy sobbing at the end of this book, and that was Moxie by Jennifer I can't say her name, Matthew by Jennifer Matthew. Jesus, I was genuinely just starstruck by how good I felt at the end of this book and how happy I was to be a woman. The next question is the IA Clan, Magi of Iron and Earth, a book that's made an impact on you or the world. For every answer I've seen of this tag so far, everyone's pretty much said the same thing, and that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This book has, especially in the last year, made an incredible impact on the world, and most people that have read it have felt severely impacted by it and the message that it holds. The Hate You Give follows a young black girl whose friend is shot by a police officer, and the aftermath of that and everything that happens surrounding it. Yeah, The Hate You Give has definitely impacted the world in an incredible way. You know, from being in the bestseller lists for I think like nearly a year at this point, or something crazy like that, and even like being a part of the Black Lives Matter movement. Even if you haven't read it, you've heard about it, or if you haven't heard about it, you know of the subject matter. The next question says, the Inner Clan, Magi of Darkness and Light. Who are your favourite morally grey characters? Who do you love that walks between darkness and light? Any of the Scythes from the book Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I recently finished Scythe and I absolutely loved it. But definitely my two favourite characters were Scythe Faraday and Scythe Curie, because they are so human. You know, they're not a real baddie. At the start you would think of them as baddies because they, you know, kill people, but as you go on, you know, you realise that they really are just human and they're trying to do the best with what they've got. The next question says, the Iwasan Clan, Magi of Health and Disease. Which book had a plot twist you did not see coming and that made you sick with feels? And I literally wrote down so many damn answers for this. The answer I'm going to give for this was is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. The twist in that, honestly, I was shook. Like, I had to close the book, put it down for a full like 10 minutes and think about what the hell just happened. But other ones I had for this were Everything by Nicola Yoon. I think that's who it's by. And also The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. There was a plot twist in there that if you've read it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That just like turned everything around that I was not expecting in any way. The Ariran Clan, Magi of Time. Name your most anticipated releases for 2018. Now, I'm not a huge follower of like all the upcoming releases. I'm not into that side of booktube yet. However, the two I'm gonna say is What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. I'm so excited about that. I'm just ready for some cute gay romance that I can just sink my teeth into and feel really like fluffy about. I'm excited about that. And also, I think I'm getting this the right way round, but A Lady's Guide to Piracy in Petticoats by Mackenzie Lee. I'm super excited for that sequel. I absolutely adored A Gentleman's Guide, and I cannot wait to see more about my favourite ragtag group of people and see Felicity's side of things. Like, definitely she is absolutely one of the most badass characters I've ever read. Okay, and the last question is the Aranka Clan, Magi of Animals. Who are your favourite underrated or side characters? The two that came to mind sort of go hand in hand, and they are Maya and Jordan from the Mortal Instruments series in the Shadowhunter Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. If you watched my Mortal Instruments like review and discussion, you'll know that Maya and Jordan were two of my favourite characters, and I am not okay with everything that happened to them. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but some bad stuff happened and I'm not okay with it. So that's all the questions in the tag. I didn't get tagged to do this, I just took it from someone that did it, and I'm going to say to everyone that wants to do the same, please do it. It's so much fun. It's a really good tag based on a fantastic book that I definitely recommend you read. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more bookish content in the future. And I will see you next time. Bye!